6 months ago, I started using the Lone Rider ADV Tent on my trips, and they've been through rain, wind, mud, and a lot of miles. So the question is, are they worth the money after real use? This is the 6-month living with review of the Lone Rider ADV Tent and the Overlander bag. I've used this on multiple trips now in different weathers at different campsites, both on and off the bike. So I can finally talk about what's good, what's annoying, and whether I'd actually buy these products again. If you've never seen these products before, this right here is the Lone Rider ADV Tent, and it is specifically designed for motorcycle camping. It's the smaller of the two tents that Lone Rider offers. The Overlander bag is their waterproof luggage option designed for both luggage racks and hard-mounted panniers. The first thing that everybody asks about is the tent setup, and well, the first time I put it up, it took me a while, but after a few times of use, you kind of get the hang of it. It normally takes around 10 minutes to set this tent up from start to finish, but if there's high winds or rain, you can kind of expect that time to go up a little bit longer. There is a bit of a learning curve to this tent. It's not the same as a pop-up mountain tent or like a pop-up camping tent that you might take away with you. There is more to it. It's more involved in the actual setup process, but once you get the hang of it, it does go up nice and quick. It packs down into a nice small kind of package, as you can see here, and in my opinion, this isn't much bigger than any of the backpacking tents that I've taken away with me, and well, weighing in at 3.5 kilos, it's definitely not the heaviest backpacking tent I've ever taken. So you can use it both on the bike and off the bike if you so wish, if you're into your wild camping and that kind of thing as well. In terms of the real weather performance of this tent, in the wind, in the rain, I've had no problems with it as long as you set it up properly, make sure your outer sheet's nice and tight, you've got your guy lines in to help you kind of keep some of that water away from the tent, you'll have absolutely no problem. In terms of condensation, I didn't notice anything building up in the mornings, even though it was quite cold when I've been testing it. I've been testing it over the winter here in the UK. I didn't notice any kind of condensation building up on the inside of the tent. Space, in terms of space inside the tent, you've got plenty of room for one person and all their motorbike gear. If you want to store it inside the tent, you could definitely push it to 2 people, but with all their gear, whether it's on the bike or on the back of a BMW GS or something, you might struggle for space inside the actual tent itself, but you could definitely get 2 people inside there. How comfortable is completely up to you, I guess. This tent's not perfect though, and there's a few things you should know before going in to buy it. The price is 449 Great British pounds, which is a lot of money for a 2-man tent, especially considering you can get other motorcycle specific tents for a lot less than that in terms of the money. The pack size is definitely not the smallest tent on the market. As you can see, it is in quite a big bag here. You could get it a lot smaller than this if you spent the time to pack it up nice and tight, but the pack size might be an issue if you're taking it on something like this, or even possibly something smaller, because you could easily take it on a 125, but again, that pack size might become an issue. If you're trying to store it in a hard pannier as well, again, that pack down size might be a bit of an issue. So you might have to take something out of the bag and stuff it into your panniers and just kind of make it work for you. The actual setup space that you require, you need a good 5 by 5 meter area to set this tent up quite comfortably. You need to peg in your ground sheet, do all that kind of stuff. And plus, when you got the bike in there, I wouldn't want to go any smaller than a 5 by 5 area in terms of space required for this tent. The other piece of kit that I've been using with the ADV tent is this, the Overlander bag. This is the 30-litre version. They do a larger version, but this specific one is the 30-litre version. And to start things off, I'm gonna hit it with one of the things that I don't like, which is the mounting system for this particular bag. Now, it doesn't feel secure on my luggage rack at the back here. I don't really trust it at all. It was rocking a lot when I was moving about, going from campsite to campsite on the bike. And yeah, I felt like there's got to be a better way to mount this tent to my particular bike. Maybe there is, and I've just not found it. If you do have any suggestions on that, please stick it in the comment section below. It would help me out a lot when using this particular piece of gear out on my camping trips. The actual waterproof performance of this bag, as you can see, it is still covered in mud from one of my trips recently, and it didn't let any water in, it didn't let any mud in. All of my kit stayed nice and dry, even the stuff in this little top flap part over here. Yeah, absolutely fine on the inside of there, no dramas whatsoever. So in terms of the actual waterproof performance of this bag, mega, it works 100%. I've not had any wet kit. I would still waterproof some of your kit, maybe like your electronics or some of the stuff you don't want to get damaged inside this bag, because you know it's better to be safe than sorry. The actual bag, in terms of its durability, it is really well made, and it's not, you know, gonna break on you. However, these little buckles that you've got here that mount the bag to the bike, not so durable. I had one of them snap. I did hit the world's biggest pothole, which caused it to snap, but even still, I don't expect a little snap buckle from one of those mounting options, especially when it's mounted to the back of the bike. If you're gonna claim this bag is an Overlander bag, the straps and the mounting system, they need to kind of keep up with the durability of this bag itself. The capacity of this bag as well, I like the form factor of this bag, but the capacity being 30 litres is just too small. It could do with being a couple of inches taller just to get a little bit more space out of that. By the time you've packed in some clothes and a sleeping bag, you're running out of space in this bag quick, which doesn't leave you much room for your electronics or any of your like camping table, camping equipment in terms of your pans, your pots, any of the stuff that you might need while you're out on your motor camping adventures. In terms of ease of access when it comes to kit, obviously you've got this little top part here which gives you quick access to any of the stuff that you might need while you're out on the bike itself. And then in terms of getting into the actual roll top compartment, it's pretty similar to every other roll top bag in terms of your motor camping kit. So if you're expecting anything special here from Lone Rider in terms of the roll top part of the bag itself, it's exactly the same as a £50 one. It's a roll top. There's not really much you can say about it. It does obviously have the little air vent in here to help you get rid of some of the air in the bag. I feel like that's pretty common on other bits of kit around the motor camping space as well. How well these bits of kit actually work together in terms of when you're going moto camping, they work really well in terms of the packing efficiency. When it comes to putting the ADV tent somewhere on the bike, I can literally loosen off these straps all the way, and then I can slide my tent underneath there, cinch it down, and it's packed all together. So when I get to my campsite, boom, 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 take off the Overlander bag, and then I've got rid of everything off of my bike. In terms of the camp routine, when you're actually using the ADV tent and this Overlander bag, everything has kind of its own little space. There's loads of different little pockets, so you can put in all of your essentials into the top pockets of the tent, and then leave some of your stuff that you don't necessarily need quick access to, like your frying pan, your cooker, inside this bag in one of the awnings of the tents. And I quite like that. I think that's a really good way of keeping like your camp admin nice and separate and in a nice orderly fashion. In terms of the actual setup of camp as well, I really like how quick this tent is to set up now. Like I said, it wasn't to begin with, but now it's starting to speed up over time. And I feel like I've got it dialed now to the point where I can just rock up to a campsite, whip this bag off, whip the tent out, get the tent up, bag straight into the awning, and we're all sorted. We're good to go. We're good to like chill out, whether we're going to go out on the bikes or whatever. I feel like I've got that method down to how to set this tent up nice and fast. So my final verdict then, it's been 6 months. I've used these tents. I've used the tent both on and off the bike. I've used the bag quite a lot. As you can see, it's kind of covered in mud still from how much I've used it. And well, would I buy them again? Would I buy them with my own money if Lone Rider didn't provide these products for me to test out? And well, the ADV tent, absolutely. I'd probably buy this if I was looking for a tent to take further afield than just 1 or 2 nights. I know that this thing is well made. It's not gonna fall apart on me in the middle of a 2-week motor camp or 2-week trip around Europe. The high build quality of this tent as well, like I said, it gives you that faith to push the tent further, to push yourself further, and to depart out into further trips. And I really like that from this tent. The space within the tent as well, it's highly usable. I can put everything in different spots, and well, it gives me a lot of options for getting everything stored in the right area. The Lone Rider Overlander bag. Would I buy this again? Would I buy it with my own money? Yes, but I'd have to find a better mounting system, or I'd have to look for a third-party mounting system which either clipped onto the molly on the bag or something that made it feel more secure on the back of my bike. I'd also have to buy the 48-litre version as well. The 30-litre is just too small for what I need. By the time I've got my sleeping bag in there and some of my clothes, as well as some of the camping equipment, which I deem essential, I'm running out of space. And the 30-litre is just not going to cut it. Maybe if I had the 48-litre version and I was looking for just a little bit extra to kind of push me into that 2-week plus mark, I could consider this. But I feel like in terms of the money that I would spend on a bag like this, spend the extra, get the 48-litre version. It's gonna give you more options when you, again, push that bike further, push that bag further, push yourself out into further motor camping trips. If you've got any questions about any of the products that I've covered in this video, whether it's the ADV Tent or the Overlander bag, be sure to drop them in the comment section below. Like the video if you do, subscribe if you aren't already, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.